Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas with Mark Rice. He's the manager of Lifeway Christian Stores. Bible School Discovery Day coming up March 5th. So all of you who are involved with Bible School, they've done the work. It's all put together for you. It's amazing. Remind us the times that we can go and find out, and you get to choose which theme works best for your church.
Yep. 10 o'clock on March 5th is the first session, and then 1 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock. All on that same day. And then if your church can't come for one of those sessions, then we can set up appointments any time of the day during our normal business hours, and we can set aside part of our room and go through all of the Vacation Bible School options there for you as well. So that's all a positive thing to do it all on the one day, but we know that schedules may prohibit that. So we've allotted different people. We have 3 of us who are the Vacation Bible School experts this year, and we're going to do our best to show you what it is that is out there so you can make a wise choice.
Now, there are 4 you're going to be showing. Remind us how many you actually are carrying?
There are 13 different themes.
Wow.
Now, several of them are from one company may have multiple themes, and but there are 13 themes this year.
Well, God bless the people who originally do those and publish those and really help churches out because, as a longtime Bible school volunteer, that can be, let's just get it out there, one big headache. So, that is awesome. And how great for the kids.
I do want to mention, too, you can call the store at 330-492-7990 to sign up for a time. And it is a free event. So you can call and just sign up for whichever time works best for you.
Awesome. Again, a free event. Okay, you've got a couple of book signings coming up and some authors coming in. Tell us about those.
We do. Beverly Lewis, she is going to be in the store on April 8th at 7 p.m. That's a Friday night. And we'll be doing a book signing for her new book, Atonement, that's coming out. And she does a lot of the Amish-themed fiction.
Yes,
and so people are very familiar
popular.
with her. Yeah.
Yes, okay, Beverly Lewis, and that's April 8th. What time is she going to be there?
7 p.m.
Great. And then Tony Evans's daughter, Priscilla Shire, is coming. Tell us about that.
Well, actually, we're doing a simulcast. She's going to be doing a national simulcast. And we did this last year, and we had about 56 women show up. And we have a conference room at the Canton store. And we're able to actually show the simulcast up on the wall. And it's a time of worship with her brother.
Her brother.
Anthony Evans. It took me a second because I was thinking Tony, and I know that he's not her brother. And Anthony Evans will be doing all of the praise and worship time at the beginning. And it was just so cool to see the ladies come together. They were all standing, they were singing, they were raising their hands and just praising the Lord right there in the middle of the store.
Wow.
In our conference room.
Yes.
And so we're going to be doing that again. It is another free event. And you can call that same number, 330-492-7990, to sign up to come to that. And you can bring as many of the women in your church group that you'd like to bring. And it's just a great time. She is an excellent speaker. She, many people will remember her. She was the lead character in War Room.
Oh,
that's Priscilla.
Yes.
That is her.
Oh, my. Okay. And that, again, is April 23rd. What time?
It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And it goes all day.
Okay.
I believe that it ends at 4:35, if I'm not mistaken.
What a nice, cozy atmosphere to be doing a simulcast. So grab your church friends and get to that. Totally free event. That's amazing. Mark, you've mentioned so many of these different free events. However, you are running a store.
We are.
So I'm curious as to the heart of Lifeway and how important it appears that this business is involved in the community. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Right. We feel like, we're raising money for missions and to help support missionaries around the world, but our mission field, my mission field, is right here in Canton. And we want to be that central place for churches to feel comfortable to come and to be able, pastors to come and just sit down and browse, come in and get a cup of coffee, feel comfortable that way. But we also do outreaches where we provide Bibles for prisons. We provide Bibles for mission events that people are working with. with through our customers a lot of times, because we will put that need out there, and it's been amazing to see our customers and how they are just wanting to participate somehow, and maybe or maybe not. They may or may not have a way to do that, and we are providing some way for them to participate as well. So we have outreach events almost at least twice a quarter. To try to at least minister to people in our community, and try to be a part of what's going on in Canton. Mm-hmm. So each store, we have 175 stores, each store takes on their community. And our goal is to bring churches together on common ground, someplace safe, and then also to reach out to our community and help serve those who are in need around us.
And that is just so admirable as far as the purpose. Your mission really is to raise money for missions. Mm-hmm. That is, no one's making their fortune through this, but to be able to use the funds and be such good stewards of the funds that people spend on these Christian materials, whether it be Bible school materials or fun books for kids or pastors' materials, or just really good devotionals and your basic reading material, music, gifts, so forth, all going towards missions.
It is.
Can you dig a little deeper and tell us what types of missions, what's happening with this money once it gets dispersed to these people in need?
Well, it goes through, the Southern Baptist Convention has a good administrative a piece that is already being taken care of through the Southern Baptist churches. Mm-hmm. And so there is no administrative costs when money comes through our fingers. After we've paid our bills, all of that profit goes to the North American Mission Board as a part of our contributions toward the missionaries here in North America. We also work with the IMB, which is the International Mission Board, and so monies are then sent to them through percentages through the money that we are raising through the store as well. Mm-hmm. So did that answer your question?
It did. Are they supporting people? They're supporting missionaries, or supporting projects, or both?
Both. Mm-hmm. Both. There are mission projects that are done through Lifeway, where actually our employees are able to participate in those mission projects. And then there are also missionaries on the ground. As a national or an international disaster kind of relief fund is needed, then we have those coin boxes at the registers where we're collecting, and that 100% of that, every penny of that, goes directly to the missionaries who already have feet on the ground there at that in that location, wherever that, when there was a tsunami or when the the hurricanes and different things like that. And so we will collect for a certain amount of time for different disasters to help with that as well.
Let's talk about your employees a little bit, about the type of atmosphere, always so friendly, always so helpful. I'm sure you want to give a shout out to them, but then talk about the quality of people that you have working for you.
Right. Many of the people have been doing this for years and years, and they've been with Berean, and then they stayed on with Lifeway because they just really have a heart for the business. They have a heart for the community, and they have just had to learn a different way of ordering, or different, just different processes. But it's basically the same job that they had prior to Lifeway coming to Canton, and so they have been troopers. They have really done well through their transition. Many of them, I think the longest has been 24 years.
Wow.
And they have just been doing a great job. I came in to a great staff. I didn't have to do anything with that at all, and it's been a really positive experience because their heart is to minister to the people that walk in the door, and to be able to do that well. And so they have just been doing a great job. Mm-hmm. Great job.
Change can be difficult for people, but when the mission is so similar, it's not that much of a change, really. Pretty much a name change.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, so good. All right, well, we have not finished talking about all the things that you're doing for the community. You've got a choral music celebration coming up in the summer. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, that is actually something that Berean Stores used to sponsor several years ago. It hasn't been going on for the last couple years. And when I got here, one of the things I noticed was I was doing more choral orders than I had done in the 27 years I've been doing this. I did more in that 1 year than I had done in all the time that I've been doing this. So I thought there really is a need for our choir directors to have a place that they can get their music, have a person that they can connect to, and be able to continue their ministries. And one of the things that they had done was this choral music celebration, CMC, and they had done it down at the Nazarene Church, and we're going to do that same thing on 30th Street. The Nazarene Church there, Canton First Church, is going to be the location. We have vendors. All of the different companies that are going to be represented are Lifeway and Praise Gathering, Brentwood Benson, Word, Lilinas, Lorenz, all of the traditional ones, Hope and Shawnee. We're going to have reading sessions for those choral directors to come in and preview music. And get some firsthand information, even from some of the people who wrote some of the music, Jay Rouse, Randy Vader.
They'll be there?
They'll be there, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we'll be doing readings for different musicals and things that will be coming up for the fall and Christmas of next year, along with some traditional just sacred music that we'll be doing. We have a big Friday night concert where Praise Gathering will be coming and doing it's called a preview of a premiere of their Christmas, one of their Christmas musicals, and they'll be commissioning a local choir to come in and put on that musical. So they'll get to hear it live.
It's kind of Christmas in July. You're getting to see it performed.
Right.
And then kind of pick what works with your congregation, your own choir. Are you seeing more choirs in churches again, or we've gone through a time of worship teams? What are you seeing? Is there a trend?
I'm seeing a lot of worship teams, but there is a place for the choir that has not gone away. It's a place where the soloists, maybe the non-soloists, I guess, the choir singers, they want to be a part, they want to worship, and a choir gives them that place. It gives them that place to be a part of the worship team, even if they don't feel comfortable stepping out and singing a solo themselves, and there is something about voices joined together in praise for the Lord that the Lord inhabits that, and it's something that we don't want to let go of in our churches. And so that's one of the reasons that we were bringing this back as well, is we want to encourage those choir directors to keep at it. This is a good thing, and yes, the praise team kind of platform has kind of come into the churches a lot, and that's not a bad thing either.
Oh, no.
But I think there's room for both, and so I just really am encouraging choir directors to keep up the fight and don't go weary in doing good, because there is good there in what they're doing. I grew up singing in choir. That's how I learned to read music. I was a music major first, and so I have led church choirs and just have continued to really push for the choir to stay active.
Very well said. That is July 22nd to 23rd at First Nazarene Church in Canton, Ohio. Real quick, give us your website.
Okay, yeah. If you go on to lifeway.com /CMC, that's where you're going to find the information there. And then if there are any questions, you can give us a call at the store. Wonderful. At 330-492-7990.
Mark Rice, thanks so much for joining us, and thank you for being with us today on Our Community.